say the word character, what comes into your mind? Is it your personality, the words that you use to describe yourself, or is it something more? Heraclitus, an ancient Greek philosopher, once said, "Good character is not formed in a week or month. It is created little by little and day by day. Protracted and patient effort is needed to develop good character." We create our character every single day through our actions. Even the things we do in our weakest and most difficult moments help to determine the character that we have. So this is an important idea to keep in mind. Today I'd like to tell you about part of my character. However, instead of standing up here and telling you a bunch of adjectives that I feel describe myself, I'm going to tell you the ways in which I spend my time, the actions that I do that determine the character that I have. And then you can be the judge of my character. In particular, I'd like to tell you about how I spend my time at school, how I spend my free time, and how I spend my time volunteering. First, I'd like to tell you about how I spend my time at school. I consider myself a very dedicated student, and I spend a lot of time studying. The fancy name for my major is English for Teacher Certification with a minor in creative writing, which basically means that I have a double major with a minor tacked on as well, so I have a lot of classes to take. That's part of the reason why I have to take summer classes, and why I often have overloaded schedules. I consider that one of my weaknesses because I get overloaded and stressed out really easily with stuff like that. But sometimes you just have to do what you have to do, especially when it's for something important. Another aspect of my education that's very important was studying abroad in Ireland. I feel like doing that really brought out my adventurous side, and it shows that I'm able to adapt in difficult situations and that I can interact with people from other cultures. I can now say that I have friends in France, Germany, Turkey, and even Slovenia. As you can tell by all that I just told you, school keeps me very busy, but I do have a little bit of extra time. So second, I'd like to tell you about what I do with my free time. My friends and family are very important to me. Even at 20 years old, I often find myself at slumber parties, staying up till 3 o'clock in the morning, eating cookie dough and talking about just anything with my close friends. Also, my family is very important. Christmas is one of my favorite times of the year because I get to spend so much time with my family, play with my cousins, go to our yearly tea party, and sit down at the big family dinner. Those are all things that I really enjoy. Any other extra time is usually spent reading or writing. As I said in my previous speech, creative writing is one of my passions. I love that I can express myself through poetry and short stories and novels, but what I really love about writing is that one day my work will outlive me. Another way that I can make an impact and have my work outlive me is by volunteering. So finally, I'd like to tell you about how I spend my time volunteering. Every Wednesday night is spent at Fuse, which is New Spring Church's middle and high school group. Most Sunday nights are spent at West Hartsville Baptist Church's youth group. And 1 week out of every single summer is spent at Camp Georgiana, which is a Christian kids camp that I've been to since I was a kid. I feel that my love for kids is one of my strengths. Dealing with kids, as most of you know, takes a lot of patience, a lot of love, and a lot of acceptance. All the volunteering that I do is all for the kids, but I get something out of it too. Kids see the world in a much simpler way than most adults do, and being around them just reminds me what's really important. As I said at the beginning of my speech, it's our actions that define our character. The way that I spend my time at school, the way that I spend my time when I'm free, and the way that I spend my time volunteering tells you more about my character than any other factor that I could possibly tell you. With that in mind, I don't expect you to remember all of this personal information years from now, but I do hope you'll remember the idea behind this speech. Your actions put your character on display for the world to see. Thank you.
If you want a background